Hi guys, I am Maria and today we're gonna talk about passion. Passion can take many forms, but its core, it's always your core. Passion then, it's the love for self, of turning knowing into experiencing. It's one thing to know yourself as being creative and another thing to do something creative, to create something. One thing to know yourself as being a good singer and a complete other thing to be a musician. One thing to know yourself as being love and another thing to do something loving. If what you want is survival, then by all means you don't have to find your passion. But if what you want is growing and abundance, then there is no other way than through passion. That's the place where life is trying to take you. That's the place where you long to be. And that's also the flow you are fighting against. Why? Well, because if finding your passion means to find yourself, and if following your passion means to recreate yourself in every moment, well then these are the pillars of enlightening. The process of finding your passion is part of the process of enlightening, and no one ever said that this is easy. That's why depressive and laziness, it's a common thing, and driven and happy, it's a rarity. That's why enlightenment, it's not our state of being yet, because it is hard. What I mean is that no matter what you seem to be passionate about, no matter if it's writing, singing, or helping others like being a doctor or, I don't know, science, no matter what form it's taking, it's always the same thing behind any passion. The passion to experience yourself, or better said, to come to know yourself in your own experience. I will tell you my story and how I came to find my passion. Before all this started to me, I was living in a continuous anxiety. I was feeling the potential, I was feeling what I can do, and I was doing everything pretty amazingly. Everything I was trying, I was good at it. I was a professional tennis player, I was a hairstylist, I am good at massages. But as I was saying then, I am saying now too. These things are just things that I can do. These are just skills. Things that I cannot be passionate about. And I didn't want to settle for anything else than that. I wanted to find exactly what satisfies my soul. I felt like in a continuous search for something, and I didn't mean this just like I didn't know what to do. I mean it's like I felt under a continuous pressure of finding out who I am and do something about it. And at some point, I just didn't want to wait anymore, and I started figuring out for myself. I started to actively figuring out. I started to read hundreds of books and learn to meditate, and of course, I applied every revelation that I had. I started to constantly watch myself. I was watching my thoughts, and not just in meditation in my room, but in everyday life, in real-time meditation. I was watching myself, thought by thought, word by word, deed by deed. I was constantly choosing and deciding what represents me and what doesn't. And then, for the first time in my life, I felt like I am heading in the right direction. Even though it was hard to apply, to actualize all that, it was hard to be in a constant exercise of fixing your perspective. It didn't matter, because I felt like my soul was finally satisfied. It was a struggle for a time, but then even that went away, and it wasn't a struggle anymore. At some point I realized that I don't have to stop myself in front of any situation and choose to act out of love. I don't have to choose to be myself all the time. I can just be. At some point, the remembering ended. But of course, one urge took place to another, because when you find out who you really are, you feel the urge to do something about it. And of course, it is nothing else to do than to be more of that. This is also the reason why we are here together today. Now I know I am truth, love, and joy. These are my choices, and this is what I choose to share, create, and expand. Now I am finally experiencing myself. This is where life is taking you through your passion and not against them, if you let it. We all feel the calling of our soul, and it's always one for all of us, to be who you really are. The only thing standing in our way is the fear. But that's okay too, because growing is the continual transcendence of fear. The other option is to settle in anxiety, to settle for something less than who you really are. And that is a struggle much more. So the conclusion is that all passions are coming from a primal one, which is to know and experience yourself. So all you have to do is to follow yourself, right? How hard can that be? Or better than that, let's put another question. Is it worth it? Yes. Thanks for watching.